Hi, I'm JC, and you're watching UpToDATE Learn Series.
Today, I'll be teaching you one of the major tasks that every social media manager should know how to do, and it's content creation. So, before I start dipping deep in content creation, here are the outline of our discussion today. We will be talking about the step-by-step process of content creation, and then we will move on to basic copywriting and social graphic designing. We'll end this video by me sharing tools that I use personally in doing content. So without further ado, what is content creation? So, content creation, as defined generally, is the process of generating a topic idea that will appeal to your buyer's interest. It can be written content, visual, and auditory, such as podcast, and many more content formats. As well, we can say that this task is actually the foundation of all modern marketing efforts because this is your way as a social media manager to connect your client's business to their market. That's why it is very critical to know it in general. As I say, this is your way to connect to the market. Hence, your main objective by doing this is to attract new and returning customers. In marketing terms, we call it an inbound marketing strategy where we give away high value digital media for free. So, this content, establishes your brand's thought leadership while providing readers with the information they need to make a purchasing decision. So now we'll move to the exciting part where I'll be teaching you the basic idea of how to create a content. So to start creating your content, you need to have a plan in mind. What I mean with plan is that you need to be clear about your content goals. Are you doing the content to let the audience be aware of your social presence, or maybe you want the audience to consider the service by coming across your content? Or might as well you want them to react instantly. Make them act upon seeing your content. Planning is a very critical part of content creation because this will be the best point to tweak all ideas to fit in the contexts that might affect your audience impression of your business. So to give you some tips on, you can take into consideration these three listening methods. Okay, so first, you have to listen to your market, or listening to your market means that you have to establish a picture of your market. Analyze your market's wants, needs, and what are they craving. Target those ideas and set your content in a position of being an answer to their needs. To do that, you can map a buyer's persona. You can also establish a client avatar. This is a reminder that you have to consider not just the demographics and basic info, but also the psychographics because that is the driving one. Second, you have to listen to the competitor, meaning you have to analyze their strategies and see what are the top performing contents. Learn how they did it and try to pitch your concept that could be stronger. Performing a SWOT analysis, could also be useful. Well, if you're not familiar with what is SWOT analysis, we'll talk about that next time. Lastly, you have to listen to the trends. Listening to trends and riding along that hype conversation within social media can be helpful for your business to stay engaged. In this way, you're targeting directly the market's current interest, providing them the value they now need. A tool that most social media managers today have been using for social listening or answer the public and Google Trends. When you search keywords regarding specific content like social media management in answer the public, all the recent questions and topics that the social users are searching about will appear. Then you can just pick one from those to create an article or your chosen content medium. Now, when you already have an idea in your mind, or when you already have an idea of your topic, there you can start to create the actual content. In our next videos, I'll be showing you a demo of how to do it, but right now we have to start learning the process. Anyway, for information, you can see this on screen. The content is composed of two parts. We have the copy or the captions, descriptions, and snippets. In a nutshell, it is the written part of your content. While the other elements that build the overall content is the creative. This is the visual material, the graphics or the design. When working with a marketing team, most of the time it is not the social media manager that does the copywriting and the creatives, but if you're working as a freelancer, you're a one-man team, so you better know it all. Now, this is the basic outline of the copywriting. So, as this is the very basic, it's just composed of a hook, body, and a call to action. So what is a hook? A hook is a one-liner that grabs attention. Like for example, the secret is out. Do you want to hear a secret? Or we can say, you don't know the secret. It comes in variations depending on your strategy and your brand voice. So you just have to be creative on using these phrases, because this is the very first thing that your audience will gonna see. So a body, on the other hand, is the message you want to convey, the actual details of your content. And the call to action is where you ask the audience to conclude what should they do. Like for example, if you want to generate leads, you can tell them to answer a form. If you want to gain more followers, you have to tell them to follow your social media handles. Now let's discuss creatives. It may be the intriguing part of doing content, but because I am hearing some questions lately asking if it is required to be a graphic designer to be a social media manager since you're assigned to create content. The answer to that is no, and definitely not. The secret to producing content is having to learn how to create one that has goals, one that connects to the market. Learning graphic design is an advantage, a plus, but it's not a major requirement, at least. As through time, you'll be able to improve your designs. You can improve through experience. We just have to know that as a social media manager, your work won't let you escape from this task, from doing creative. So even though you're not a graphic designer, at least enter the job knowing how to create one. Okay, so now let's move on to the last part of our presentation, of our discussion. Here are the tools that I personally use in doing content creation. Okay, I think I got the presentation wrong, but the one that I use in copywriting is Grammarly and Killbot, while in Canva I use this for social graphic designing. Okay, so again, in writing a copy, you can use Grammarly to assist you in checking grammatical errors on your copy. It can also be useful in setting your tone and the simplicity of your approach. Another one is Skillbot, a tool I use to paraphrase paragraphs in in just an instant. A startup, this is useful whenever you are loaded with content to create. You can also use WordTune if you're familiar with that. It's a paraphraser, but it's limited to one sentence at a time. So I really recommend to use Killbot more. Uh, I can also recommend you the Copy AI. It's a rush copywriting tool. So the viral conversation with tools that seems illegal to use but is very legal because it is a hack. So that saves you really much of time. It's very helpful, and uh, you know this these tools can really help you to produce quality copy, leveling to professionals. So for creating creative, the most popular one, as you see, is Canva. It's a free graphic design that's great for making invitations, business cards, Instagram posts, and more. You just have to drag and drop interface makes there's drag and drop interface there. Here you can customize thousands of available templates. Yeah, and for the last part, we have the publishing. So in publishing, you just have to schedule your content so that you're gonna have your posting regularly, and you have to choose your platform because not every content is applicable to the goals of a certain platform. Facebook has different goals, Instagram has different use, while LinkedIn, especially because it's a professional platform and it's very different from other socials like Instagram, because most of the time LinkedIn is used for work in corporate industry. So yeah.
I hope you learned how to produce content in just 10 minutes. There's so much to share, but I guess we'll really have to save those next time. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified on my next uploads. Again, this is JC, and you're watching UpToDate. See ya!